Every year, this dream becomes a reality. What kind of better greeting could it be? If you get him to respond to you like that, you can kill that animal. People don't understand what it takes to make this all happen. We're back, that's right, Archer's Choice, the new season, and we're so pumped and excited to bring it to you because this year it's all about great adventure.
Well, it's like that every year. What do you mean this year? This is like our 13th season on TV. I mean, we've been married for 20, so we've been on TV for more than half of our marriage years. That's good, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, we
20 years I've been with you?
Yeah, it feels like 80. Hey, this year on the Archer's Choice, we've got a lot of great adventures going on. We're going to go everywhere from like the Yukon to Ontario to New Zealand, back up to the United States. I mean, everywhere. We got all kinds of great stuff.
Wow, why don't you slow down when you talk?
I talk so fast. This week's lucky logo is a Ameristep,
the greatest ground blinds and tree stands in the world.
And if you don't know, at the end of the show, we'll tell you what to do when you find that Ameristep logo. Now,
you know, we've always been about wilderness and the experience and the adventure. And, you know, even going in if you hunt in the Midwest and you're hunting right out your back door, you could make that an adventure.
Absolutely. And one of the things is when we go up to like the Yukon, for example, big wilderness trip, we wanted to show, we get questions on like, what does it take for that outfitter to get everything there and everything like that?
Yeah, all the plane rides, all
the weather.
I mean, there's so many variables that can shut you down, and I mean, it just adds on to everything.
Yep. So the first 2 episodes of Archer's Choice this year is going to be the Yukon McMillan River Adventures.
See, slow it down.
I need to slow it down, and we've got all kinds of great footage to share with you and what it takes to get there. It's
Moose Mania at its best as usual, and it's Vicki and I, Don Lind, McMillan River Adventures, and well, let's head north.
The Yukon's just an amazing place. If there's anywhere that I really want to be, it's up in the Yukon. The wilderness is so pristine, it's amazing. I don't even know how to describe it. It fills your soul up with just everything.
It captured our souls years ago, and we just can't let it go. I mean, you come here and you're walking on a shoreline that maybe no one ever put their footprint. Everything about this is just, I can't get enough of it. Oh, woo, baby. We are here, live in the Yukon again, McMillan River, and we can't wait. This is a dream. Every year, this dream becomes a reality.
We helped unload the plane, get everything, hike it across our point here, and start setting up our camp, our tent, make sure our cots were ready, everything was good for the evening hunt. It's one of those things where once we're here, communication is gone, and you just have to be ready for some intense moose hunting, but some relaxing time too.
Oh no!
Yeah, hey
you didn't tell me they were here. Let's go, Martin. Let's get out of here.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. It's been a good day.
Good.
Yeah, things are moving well. People are happy.
Good. We are all running crazy, getting camp ready to go, and unpacking everything. We hear, Tyler comes and says, "There's a moose." I mean, we grab the decoy, and even though we can't hunt because we just flew in, we still got to try and toy and just see what happens. What kind of better greeting could it be? love this.
Right in camp.
Right in
These
camp.
are good luck.
You gotta like that, huh?
The moose walk into camp.
We are Moose Mania, baby. Moose Mania.
Of course, it starts pouring rain right when we got to
Yeah, I'm soaked.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
We got to wait our time. We won't be able to go out hunting this afternoon because we got to wait so many hours, and
Yep.
that's pretty cool.
That made it worth it right
Get you
there.
going. Get you
That
going.
made it worth it.
That was cool.
We raked, he'd rake. When they do that, it's just like an elk. You guys know it. But if you get him to respond to you like that, you kill that animal. People don't understand what it takes to make this all happen. People don't understand what it takes to make this all happen.
There's months of preparation involved prior to these hunts taking place. 4 or 5 days before the first hunters arrive, the guides all come to Faro. We gather up all their supplies, and over a period of 2 days, they're chartered out to their individual camps. Okay, give this to Dion.
Okay.
This is for Stacy, and you do Stokes.
All right.
Okay? Go out there, get some boxes made, make sure you have a marker. Everything's got to be very well marked and organized and separated.
Okay.
Now, before they start that, empty those fuel drums, set those propane tanks out, make some room in the back of that trailer so that we can use the trailer for sorting the camp orders.
Okay.
If this weather breaks, we got to have everything ready to go. It's got to be perfect or somebody's going to be missing their meals.
All the groceries, all the guides, all the supplies, everything channels out from Faro into the bush camps at the beginning of the season. My dad was there, my brother was there. We had a handful of guides, and we were sorting groceries and supplies, getting everything ready, putting which plane it goes on, and getting ready to fly into camps, hopefully within a day or two, so we can get things set up for the hunting season. Darcy was in charge of doing all the maintenance. He was looking after motors, looking after gas, and he had to get all his stuff done in the same amount of time, or else things weren't going to be off to a good start.
The guys are sorting through the lists. It's critical that they get it right. We don't want guys taking in too much stuff because weight's always critical on these flights, and then we don't like waste either. We don't need to duplicate stuff in there that doesn't need to be there. So the guys are working over their lists really closely here this morning. Are these the new batteries I just brought in?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to go on to the charger.
Dion needs one of these. They
Okay.
should be ready to go. So send him one of these new chargers we got.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna send six per camp.
Okay.
I mean, that'll work a quarter per bag. And then try to look after them. I mean, you know, they may get snagged, but I'll send your meat out with them if you need to.
Okay.
But when you're in the buildings and in the trailers and stuff, don't touch a frickin' thing unless I know about it. I had a real busy day in the office as the guys were preparing to head out to the camps. Everything was geared up for afternoon departure. The weather socked in on us. We couldn't fly, and we had to spend another night in Faro.
Ice everywhere.
Yeah?
Like, we were not getting anywhere.
No.
Like, took me over 2 hours to get to Earn.
Oh, did it? Just to get to Earn? Oh,
And, I had to land on the river and wait through snowstorms and taxi through snowstorms and stuff coming up the river to here. It was over an hour from Good Fish to here.
yeah. No, we're not flying right now. I've got 5 guys here trying to get out to camp. I've got 4 sitting in Whitehorse. They're IFR in Whitehorse right now, cannot fly. We're right to the ground here in Faro. And the 180 is stranded on Barwell Lake with Jared right now, can't leave. So everything's ground to a halt.
Yeah.
Yeah. On day 2, we woke up to better flying conditions. The planes called out of Whitehorse, said they were able to depart Whitehorse, so we started gearing up for departure to the camps. We brought on an extra plane to help us get everybody out today. It was critical to get the guys in their camps and get prepared for the hunting. Because I'm not able to get out to my camp and prepare it for Ralph and Vicki, I rely on my boys to go out and do that for me this year. I know that they're going to go out and do a great job and have that camp ready to go when I fly in there to guide that hunt.
Dad trusted me and Darcy with the task of getting camp set up for Ralph and Vicki, and we were pretty rushed. We had 2 days, we got socked in and couldn't get in as early as we wanted. We had a lot of stuff to do, lots of tents to set up. We had to make a trip upstream. We needed to get it done now.
What day was Ralph and Vicki coming in? Good, then we have tomorrow to get the rest of this stuff put together. Pilot's just taken off, and hopefully the Beaver and Tyler are coming in with our boat here in the next 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how long it took them to get loaded. The work begins packing everything across the way.
It's really critical that the guys head for camp well prepared. We're running extremely remote camps, and if they get out there and have forgotten a bottle of propane, they're going to have to do without for several days before our next flight comes in. I rely on my boys and guides to do the jobs that they need to and do them right the first time, because we don't have a lot of time for errors or mistakes out here.
So we got everything packed across from the puddle over to the river. We're gonna set up our tent, try to get everything set up for a good night here tonight, and tomorrow morning we're gonna try going upriver to the strip camp.
We made a cache for over the winter. It's pretty much grizzly proof. We got logs around the side, nails in the top holding her on, and I think we got a whole bunch of goodies inside of here. So once we get her off, hopefully everything's in good condition.
Open her up, and hopefully the squirrels haven't been into it yet. Go this way.
Okay. Hoo. Look at these goodies. Pots and pans, we're gonna need those for dinner.
Darcy's the boss, kinda, I guess, when we're out here, and being his little brother, I like to give him a hard time and pick on him, so we clash every now and then.
That's the last thing you should throw, Tyler. You break that nozzle off of there.
Duct tape.
Being me and Darcy out here by ourselves, Dad's a little bit worried, along with all his other stresses he's got going on back at the house in Faro. So we like to give him a call every now and then and just let him know everything's going good and kind of put him at ease, make him relax a little bit.
Hey Dad, guess you're out. It's Darcy and Tay. Everything is good here. Got 2 tents set up. Tyler caught a fish, and we're just sitting down to make a supper. Well, today we got a plan. We're gonna do 3 things. We're gonna walk over, bring the motor up, get the boat ready, and go upstream.
Hey Dad, Tyler at Tay. Just hopped into the boat. It's about 10:45. We're gonna take a shot at heading up to the strip camp. Yep, got both boats in, both motors on, everything's good. So we'll just give you a call when we make it up there, probably.
I hadn't been on the river before, so I didn't know what to expect. And there's log jams, there's sweepers, there's bobbers, logs sticking out of the water. And we're just going up, dodging around rocks and trees, and it was pretty cool. After a couple hours of good traveling, nothing happened. We got to the top, and then we had to find the canoe so we could finish our journey.
Well, after about an hour-long boat ride, we just made it to the upper cabin here. Tear the door off and see how things look inside.
We put nails over the doors, so if the bears come up, put their paws on them or something, it tries to deter them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sure, that is a foam cot. That's a cot, take it out. What's this?
That's a
Take that outside.
You didn't bring anything inside.
No, that stuff has to go down below.
On the way back down to the boat, we had a loaded canoe with Ralph and Vic's gear for the hunt, and we ran into a log jam, and we did not want to pack the canoe or the gear all the way to the boat. So we had to cross it, and it was tough. It was tough.
Here, just let me up there, Tyler. And
On our way back, we had so much gear in the canoe that we didn't want to have to unload it and carry it a whole long ways over the mucky beach, so we wanted to make it as far down as we could through the creek. And unfortunately, there was a log jam there that we came up to, and Darcy hopped on the canoe, and we were pushing logs away and Jimmy and Jack and to try to get our way through, and finally we got through. Darcy somehow didn't fall in. He was standing on logs, jumping from log to log, pushing and pulling and heaving, so. Okay. Once I'm over, we're almost good.
come on, Tyler, pull, help out.
I don't know how to pull. Did a bunch of good work there. Managed to make her through and got right close to the boat so we could get all the gear loaded up as easily as possible.
Now steer. Well, the end of day 2 now. Went upstream this morning and went to the strip cabin. We got the 3rd tent set up tonight when we got back.
Got a supper made up some spaghetti for supper, and we actually got a little bit of rain now, so it chased us inside, but Darcy's heading out tomorrow morning at about 8 o'clock. We're pretty much all set up and ready for Ralph and Vicki to come in tomorrow.
This year is totally different. I mean, there is snow, and you could tell that it is deep, and it's on all the tops of the mountains. It's even on some of the lower plateaus and hills.
We had cold, snowy weather. We anticipated an early rut and some very hard early rut activity.
This bull's just not hot enough. If he'd start to rake, and we could maybe get him a little more going, but he's walking away from us. He does not want to meet the challenge. We just had a beautiful encounter of a good bull. That bull had everything you want, and he's just not ready. So what Don does, or we do, we mark on our GPS, and we'll work this area again. We're gonna keep going upriver and see what happens. Wow. You know, at least I think everybody now has a better understanding of what it takes.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's so much more to it. And I mean, first day we get in camp and we have a bull right there. The weather's cool.
We had our decoy thing. That was all cool.
Everything is just going right. And now you guys all have to come back next week to see what happens.
It's like, gotcha. Now we really in.
That's right. If you happen to see a Maristep, which was the lucky logo.
Best tree stand ground blinds in the world.
You need to log on archerschoice.com. Click on the lucky logo button and fill out some information, and someone's going to win some stuff from Ameristep.
Cool stuff.
Plus some other stuff from our manufacturers.
And we want to thank all our sponsors for bringing all that, because it's just a way of saying thank you for watching.
Absolutely. Okay, so next week you guys will see
Part
the continuing,
2
that's right,
Moose
of
Mania.
Moose Mania, and we want to thank you. So we'll see you next week, same time.
Same channel.
Right here on the Archer's Choice.